I chose the NCCCNA course because I just really liked the instructors and the entire NCC community, how welcoming everybody is, and I was able to take it in high school and get it done before I started college.
The new facility here at NCC has been great. You've got every tool you can think of. You're never struggling to find something. Just the facility as a whole has been awesome. It makes the learning a lot more interesting and a lot more hands-on, and it's just been great.
It feels good to be part of a team. The commitment, trust, and loyalty you share. One thing all teams have in common, a team logo. So when you want to show off your team spirit, ask 360 Custom Designs to join your team. Embroidery, decorated apparel, and promotional products to show pride for your favorite sports team and your company team. 360 Custom Designs in the former Darren's Clothing Company in downtown Cherokee and online at 360customdesigns.com.
Good evening and welcome to Polina for tonight's district matchup. The 4-1 Gehlen Catholic Jays are in town to take on the homecoming team, the South O'Brien Wolverines, who come in within a 3-2 record. Gehlen Jays are coached by Jeremy Schindler. He's assisted by Paul Allenson, Travis Westhoff, and Corey Spangler. Like I said, the Jays 4-1 record, having a good season so far. The last 5 games, they defeated Akron Westfield 48-26, Hinton 48-26, a really close, or 28-26, excuse me, really close game there with Hinton, who South O'Brien has yet to play this season. Lawton Bronson, they beat 35-0. They lost to Hartley Melvin Sanborn earlier in the year in a high-scoring game, 50-35, and they beat Unity Christian 21-13. Of course, South O'Brien last week, they beat MMCRU on the road, spoiled MMCRU's homecoming last week, 28-7. Defeated Altaria the week before that, 14-7. They lost September 9th to Hartley Melvin Sanborn on the road, 22-6. They lost to Sheldon here, 17-0 at home earlier on, and defeated Sioux Central 32-0 for the first game of the year. So we're starting to get to that time of year where we're looking at more district standing and district games going on as just a number of different things. So for district standings, Gehlen Catholic and Hartley Melvin Sanborn both tied at the top of the district. Excuse me, Gehlen Catholic should be in second place here as Hartley Melvin Sanborn is 4-1 overall on the season. And they defeated Gehlen Catholic. Gehlen Catholic second place there, and then a tie there with Hinton, South O'Brien, Altaria. Hinton and South O'Brien both 3-2 in district play. So this year the top 4 district teams make postseason action. So as things have right now, South O'Brien would be in postseason, of course, with Gehlen Catholic also. But you do want to get that first or second place district standing as you would host a playoff game and not have to go on the road for the first round. The third and fourth place teams in each district will be on the road here for the first district game. Gehlen Catholic does come in with a ranking of 10th place in the state, so having a good season for the Jays. For other games in the area tonight, Akron Westfield is taking on Hinton. That's at Akron for their homecoming game. Hartley Melvin Sanborn has a big matchup tonight as they're taking on West Hancock. That game is at Hartley. And those are 2 ranked teams. West Hancock, I believe, is ranked second in state behind Guthrie Center. And Hartley Melvin Sanborn, I believe, is ranked 9th. And then, of course, we got the South O'Brien game here versus Gehlen Catholic. So that is what our district action looks like here tonight. But, yeah, big game here is Gehlen Catholic 4-1, South O'Brien 3-2 on the season. And like I said, it is homecoming. Had an exciting homecoming victory for the volleyball team last night as South O'Brien Wolverine volleyball team won that game in 5 sets. They won that last set 15-0 and went on to get that homecoming victory. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll come back here. Thanks for joining us tonight on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion, great selection of gifts, and we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook, visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday, and let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
Customers deserve great internet too. This is Doug from EverTech. You deserve EverTech's no limits internet and the personal service that comes with it. We've dedicated 32 years to bringing customers like you reliable, unlimited internet. It's internet you can count on. Call or email our Everly office to get started. You and your family need internet with unlimited use, no contracts, and no overages. You need EverTech. Visit evertech.net to learn more. EverTech, internet where you live.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Denise Steffen and sales associate Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
At Iowa State Bank, we know that our ag community is an important part of Northwest Iowa. That's why we work harder to keep business owners and farmers up and running. For over 75 years, Iowa State Bank has helped farmers upgrade equipment, expand local business operations, and sometimes offer a helping hand. As we look forward to the future, we'll continue to be by your side, available when you need us.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk-producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
To what? All right, welcome back. Just had the national anthem played there. We got a little over 10 minutes to go here until start of this game. And it looks like the scoreboard's kind of covered up a little bit up there on that screen, but we'll go through some stats here. Gehlen Catholic, a little bit more of a passing team than South O'Brien. Quarterback Connor Kraft is 55 out of 87 for 664 yards passing this year. He has 7 touchdown passes, has 111 rushing yards, and 6 touchdowns. Of course, South O'Brien, Jacob Van Lith got injured here a few weeks ago. He's back tonight, but he is just going to play defense tonight, and no offense tonight for Van Lith, and that means Justice Freck will start for South O'Brien here again. At quarterback. We'll run through some of these starting lineups here for you tonight. First for South O'Brien on defense, it'll be Dante Johnson starting at end. Keaton Sampson, defensive tackle. Leo Sales at no tackle. Dylan Struby at the other defensive end, so that's the 4-down lineman for South O'Brien. At linebacker, Jacob Van Lift returns to the lineup. He'll be next to Kion Cruz, Dave Mormon, and Grant Wagner. And then the cornerback, Hudson Ullman, safety Sawyer Homekamp, and then the other cornerback is Boston Riedemann. On offense for South O'Brien, Dave Mormon starts as a receiver, and Hudson Ullman as a receiver, and Boston Riedemann. Those guys rotate in and out throughout the game. Dylan Struby, Keaton Sampson, Dante Johnson, Leo Sells, and Mitchell Inger on the line. Quarterback tonight, like I said, is Justice Freck. Fullback, Eddie Milan, and the tailback is Grant Wagner. Dean Mormon's the punter for South O'Brien. David Boschen, the kicker for the kickoffs and place kicker, and the long snapper is Aaron Funkhauser. For your Gehlen Catholic Jays tonight on offense, wide receiver Keaton Logan, wide receiver Jake Bogan, and wide receiver Keaton Bonderson. Some good basketball players in there too. At tackle is Evan Stieg, William Harpenaugh, Zane Whelan, Carter Kellen, and Gabe Wilkin. The other tight end is Ryan Augustin. At quarterback, Connor Kraft, and then halfback is Cale Pearson. Keaton Bonderson is the punter. Kicker is Keaton Logan. Place kicker Keaton Logan, and the long snapper is Gabe Wilkin. Defensive end for Gehlen is Aiden Spangler. Nose tackle, Even Stegg. Defensive tackle, Gabe Wilton. Defensive end, Brady Drogmiller. They got a 4-4 lineup just like a 4-5 on defense. Linebacker, Cal Pearson. Ryan Augustin, Jake Bogan, and Chance Kelson. Cornerback is Landon Reuter and Keaton Logan, and the safety is Keaton Bonderson. So we're getting close here to kickoff. Says there's about 7 minutes or so to go to game time. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back more here with the J&K Insurance Real Estate pregame show here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Finding someone you trust. It's important when it comes to your farming operation. For generations, you know that you can work with Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park. From generation to generation, the state savings loan officers in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park continue to work with you. Find us online at savingsbankia.com. Savings Bank of Primgar, serving the Primgar area for over 125 years. Our team is committed to great customer service, dependability, going the extra mile. Mobile banking, ATM service, convenient drive-through, online bill pay service. Some of the many reasons to bank with a friendly team at Savings Bank of Primgar, also with locations in Hartley and Lake Park. And visit us online at savingsbankia.com.
All right, we are back here, and we just had the coin toss there. Looks like South O'Brien will defend the south end zone. Homecoming night here from Paulina, South O'Brien High School. Got the big homecoming dance tonight, Bryce, after the game. Yeah, homecoming dance. A lot of fun activities going on throughout the week here, so... Once again, the Jays 4-1, South O'Brien 3-2. Big district game here tonight from Paulina, and the Jays come in with that 10th ranking here in Class A. So we're getting set for kickoff here. Get this game underway. The sun just went down there behind some clouds, so beautiful evening here in Paulina for a football game. Got a bean field behind us here that looks like they've had that taken out. So 71 degrees. So 71 degrees right now is the current temperature. Feels like 65. Do have a little wind gust, 22 mile an hour. The wind's out of the south-southeast. So, and South O'Brien has elected they're going to kick off here to start the game, so we'll be on defense first, and the Jays going back to receive. Looks like it's Keaton Bonnerson back and Landon Ryder back to receive for Gehlen. And David Boschen getting set to kick off for South O'Brien. And here we go. We're getting ready for some football here. Hard to believe, but the season's going quickly. Week number 6 already. And Boschen with the kickoff. It's a low squibber, fielded by one of the up man from Gehlen Catholic. And a nice job by the defense. And that was Keaton Logan with the return for the Jays, and David Boschen, the kicker, with the tackle for South O'Brien. So here we go. First and 10 for the Jays, 35-yard line. So not much of a return there. And got our huddle camera going here. Nice, another nice night for that. That huddle camera does a nice job for us. Hope you enjoyed that view from home. Here we go, first and 10. Jays out of the I formation. Going to hand it off to the back. And a nice job by South O'Brien. And that was Pearson on the carry for the Jays. Cale Pearson was the running back, a sophomore. So just maybe a yard gain there, 2nd and 9 coming up for Gehlen Catholic from the 36-yard line. First drive of the night, and looking to throw, throws it out to receiver, makes a cut, gets past the defense. It'll be a first down. South O'Brien had defenders there, but that was Keaton Logan on the reception. And that's going to be a first down for the Jays. Quarterback for the Jays, Connor Kraft, they're connecting. So first and 10 for the Jays. Ball out to the 47-yard line. South O'Brien, like I said, had some defenders there, but a nice cut from Logan gets the first down. So Jays going out of the shotgun and looking to throw again. Looking down the field's going deep and double coverage there. And it's going to deflect off Boston Riedemann and be intercepted. So Riedemann batted it in the air, and it's intercepted by the safety, Sawyer Honkamp. So South O'Brien gets a turnover, and Kraft threw into double coverage there for Gehlen Catholic. And not sure, maybe he just wanted to give his receiver a chance, but here we go. First and 10 for South O'Brien. Apologize for that scoreboard on there. It's part of the huddle setup. Not much we can do with that there, but I'll try to keep you updated with that time and all that. You can see the first down yardage on there. So first and 10 for South O'Brien, ball on the 20-yard line. And South O'Brien going to hand it off to Wagner. He cuts through, and he's got a running lane and still going. And that is a nice start for the Wolverines. Oh, excuse me, that was Justin Paulson, not Wagner. And a huge gain for South O'Brien. He's going to pick up 23 yards or so on that carry. So South O'Brien, it's kind of one thing in the past they've been known for is their bigger gains on the rushes and plays, that breakaway plays. They haven't had a whole lot of that this year, but that's a nice start for the Wolverines. Justice Freck under center, going to hand it off again to Polson. And probably the same play right there. And it's still a nice gain. Going to pick up about 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 coming up for South O'Brien. But, man, that first play, he had a big hole to run through and a nice gain for South O'Brien. A great start to the game for the Wolverines with the interception. And now moving the ball on the Jays. South O'Brien loves to run the football. Freck under center. Paulson still in the backfield for South O'Brien. Going to hand it off to Milan. And Milan puts his head down. He's going to pick up a couple yards. So that's going to bring up a third and 4, maybe a short 5 for South O'Brien. South O'Brien, a offense that likes to grind it out and run the ball. Can't get behind the chains. Maybe if they pick up 3 or 4 yards here, Coach Furman maybe thinks about going for it. So South O'Brien comes out in that I formation. Got 2 receivers split out to the left. Polson in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Polson again. He's got a first down and more. He had a full head of steam going. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 for South O'Brien to the 44-yard line and into Gehlen Catholic territory here. So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. And South O'Brien offense looking good here so far tonight. Wolverines coming to that line again with Milan and Polson in the backfield. Once again, Jacob Van Lith, the normal starter, injured a few weeks ago. Playing defense tonight, but Justice Freck. And he's going to pitch it out to Polson. Trying to get wide there, makes a nice cut. And he's going to pick up a few yards there. Kind of leaped over a defender from the Jays. It's about 6 yards, so 2nd and 4 coming up for the Wolverines. If you're Coach Furman here, you just want to keep picking up those 4, 5, 6 yards per play and keep that ball moving down the field. And South O'Brien, a team that doesn't score a lot of points, so got to make the most out of these drives when you get the opportunity. Home camp comes in motion and going to hand it off to Polson again, and not much room that time. Maybe a short gain, a yard maybe. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Wolverines. So far, all plays have been on the ground for South O'Brien. Pretty typical of the Wolverines to mostly keep it on the ground, although Coach Furman has thrown the ball a little bit more this year, especially when he had Van Lith in at quarterback. So a 3rd and 3 coming up for South O'Brien. Definitely in an area we're probably going to go for it if you don't pick this up. And going to hand it off to Polson again, and there's going to be a 1st down. And so far this drive, Polson having some pretty hefty holes to run through. So Polson getting most of the carries here tonight for the Wolverines. Grant Wagner listed as the starting tailback on the forms I got from Coach Furman, but Polson here running tonight so far for South O'Brien, doing a nice job. And going to hand it off to Polson again. Kind of a counter play there. Faked it to the fullback, kept it to Polson. And another nice gain for this Wolverine offense with a 5-yard carry on 1st down. And Coach Furman sending in Hudson Ullman from the sideline, bringing the play in for South O'Brien. And the ball is down to that 25-yard line, 2nd and 5 for the Wolverines. 2nd and 5. Freck's going to bring man in motion for South O'Brien. Going to hand it off again to Polson. Got another hole on that right side. Polson puts his head down. It's going to be a 1st and goal for the Wolverines inside the 5-yard line. And Polson running hard and hitting as he makes contact. He's looking for contact out there. And South O'Brien looking good here. It's going to be a 1st and goal for the Wolverines. And there's 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. And if you're the Wolverines, this is a great opening drive. You got to punch this thing in here and get that touchdown. Gehlen Catholic got to be wondering what's going on here. I'm good, thanks. All right. And going to hand it off right to the middle to Milan. And Eddie Milan gets in for a touchdown for South O'Brien. So Polson gets him down the field. And Milan runs it in for a touchdown. And South O'Brien with a 6-0 lead here with 6:07 to go in this first quarter. And it looks like they're going to line up with David Boshin to kick the extra point here. Got a late South O'Brien, Grant Wagner running on late there. And here is the kick from Boshin, and it's going to be no good. So Extra point, no good. South O'Brien's lead 6-0. 6:07 to go in the first quarter. Back in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, three-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders, you're gonna love the view.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
All right, welcome back to Polina. Kyle Jorgensen here for Fuller Digital Solutions. David Botchin ready to kick off once again for the South O'Brien Wolverines. And back deep for the Jays is Landon Ryder and Keaton Bonderson. And here we go. Another squib kick from Botchin. It's going to be fielded once again by Keaton Logan. Tried to get around that in. And a little bit better field position on this second possession for the Jays as the ball's out to the 41. I believe last time they started on that 35-yard line. Funkhauser in on the tackle for South O'Brien. Thank you to the Polina Body Shop for being our scoreboard sponsor. And thank you much to J&K Insurance for being our pregame sponsor. Going to hand it off. Sweet play to the outside. And a nice tackle on the side there by Boston Riedemann. That could have been a much bigger play, but that was Cale Pearson. Nice run for the Jays. Picks up about 5 yards. Second and maybe 4, long, short 5 coming up for the Jays as the ball is to the South O'Brien 47-yard line. Kraft under center, going to hand it off again, and South O'Brien ready for it that time. Right up the middle. Looks like Dylan Struby in on that tackle. And that was Cale Pearson once again, so a short loss there. 3rd and 6 for South O'Brien coming up. So a 3rd and 6 coming up. Kraft under center. He's got 2 split out to the right. And he's going to drop back to throw. Getting some pressure, and he's going to go down with the sack. South O'Brien with some good defense in the secondary and nowhere to go with it. And South O'Brien gets the sack. So almost got back to the line of scrimmage here. Looked like maybe Kraft was looking to take off on that one. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 6 and probably a punting situation here for the Jays. And Keaton Bonderson is listed as the punter. Wide receiver, also punter for the Jays. Sawyer Honkamp back to receive for South O'Brien. He's the only one back. So Bonderson is back. Good snap. Rolls out to the right. It's a fake, and he's got it wide open to get there. And that's going to be an easy pickup for the Jays on the fake. And it always kind of makes you leery when you have a good athlete back there like Bonderson in the backfield. You got to watch out for that. And South O'Brien was playing a little bit safer of a defense with just one guy back. Normally have 2 back, but a first down for the Jays. Bonderson just kind of took off to his right and had a pretty easy opening there. So Jays pick up a first down on the fake punt. And 1st and 10 for the Jays at the 45-yard line of South O'Brien. So we'll see if that is a big momentum shifter in this game. Kraft hands it off. And it's Pearson once again. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on first down. That'll bring a 2nd and 6 coming up for the Jays. Second and 6 coming up for the Jays. Ball on the 41-yard line. Kraft going under center this time. Pearson in the backfield, the I formation, and looking to throw. He's got some pressure coming at him, and just kind of throws that one away as South O'Brien got in the backfield pretty quickly there. I believe that was Kyan Cruz in the backfield, so linebacker putting pressure on Kraft. So South O'Brien sending a little pressure there. All right, 3rd and long coming up, 3rd and 6 for the Jays. Probably in a position here where if they don't pick this up, probably going to go for it. Kraft under center. And going to hand it off again. Hands it off to Pearson. He's going to pick up a couple yards, maybe 3. That's going to bring up about a 4th and 5 for the Jays. They have to get just about to the 35, so maybe just a little under 5 yards to go, but we'll call her 4th and 4.5, 5 yards to go here. Kraft going to go out of shotgun, and a big play here early in this first quarter with 2:35 to go. Kraft looking to the sideline for the play. Takes a snap. He's looking to throw down the field and has a guy open. And it's caught, and that's going to be a first down. Is pretty good cushion over there for Keaton Logan, and Jays pick up first down there pretty easily. So 1st and 10 for the Jays. Picking up 2 first downs on 4th downs here on this drive. One by the fake punt and now a completion. And Kraft's going to go out of the shotgun again. Back there by himself. And just thinking it could be a draw coming there. And South O'Brien with a nice job as they get in the backfield. Keaton Sampson gets back there. Looked like that was a quarterback run the whole way. And South O'Brien did a nice job reading that one. So a big loss there. That's going to put the ball back to the 40-yard line. And the Jays need to get it inside of the, looks about the 24 to get a first down here. So 2nd and long for the Jays coming up out of that shotgun formation again. This time has running back Cale Pearson next to him. Kraft with the snap. Looking down the field to throw again. Got time. And throws it completed. Had a lot of time back there that. And that one's going to be completed to his fellow senior, Keaton Bonderson. So Kraft is senior and Bonderson is senior. Keaton Logan is senior. A lot of seniors here for this Gehlen Catholic team. And that picks up about 11 yards, so a 3rd and 6 on the 29-yard line. And we've got an official whistle here. Got a South O'Brien player coming off the field. Looks like that is Keaton Sampson. He's being replaced by Mitchell Inger. So I'm not sure. Maybe that was an equipment issue, but we're under a minute to go here. 50 seconds and a 3rd and 6 for the Jays. Kraft looking to the sideline to head coach Schindler. And dropping back. Here we go. Looking again. Turns. Throws it. Got a man wide open. And that should be a first down. It's going to be close, I think. And that is a first down. And those receivers on the edge getting quite a bit of cushion there. So South O'Brien might have to tighten up their coverage just a little bit on that outside. So maybe time for one more play here before the end of this first quarter as the clock winds down. Gehlen getting lined up here with 20 seconds to go. Kraft out of that shotgun. And the Jays have found some success through the air. in the part of this, and the play clock runs out. So that's going to be a delay of game against the Jays. I was watching the scoreboard clock more, not the play clock, and the play clock runs out. So that's a delay of game penalty, and that backs them up to a 1st and 15. So 1st and 15. And the clock winds here, and Les Gehlen snaps it real quick here. That'll be the last play. And they do get one last play off. It's an option play. And he does get to the corner. South O'Brien had some defenders there. He's going to pick up a yard or two. But that is going to be the end of the first quarter here from South O'Brien High School Field in Paulina. South O'Brien leading 6-0 back in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Big store selection with small town service. Yes, that's right.
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
Community Agency knows the internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest internet speeds available. Contact TCA, connect to the speed you need, and enjoy the ride.
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal, to bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
All right, welcome back. So Gehlen Catholic here, a 2nd and 13 coming up from the 25-yard line. Keeping an eye on that Hartley Melvin Sanborn West Hancock score, and that game is tied 0-0. Here we go, Kraft got it looking down the field, and it's going to be intercepted by South O'Brien Sawyer Homecamp, and he's running it back, and he's going to get back just about to the 20-yard line, so a nice job there from Sawyer coming over and cutting that pass off. And it's going to be South O'Brien football. Second one of the night for him. He caught the one earlier, deflected off Boston Riedemann. So Sawyer with 2 interceptions for South O'Brien. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Wolverines. Ball right at the 20-yard line with 11:50 to go here in the second quarter. So South O'Brien, Freck, going to hand it off to Polson. And going to go right up the middle. And going to be a short gain there on first down, maybe a yard or two. See if the Jays made some defensive adjustments here between the last time South O'Brien had the football. So 2nd and long coming up for South O'Brien here, leading 6-0 after Eddie Milan scored a 4-yard touchdown run in that first quarter with 6:07 to go. Kyan Cruz running the play in that time for South O'Brien. Wolverines in that tight I formation. Going to hand it off again in the backfield. And nowhere going that time. That was Josim. So first carry of the night for Cole Josim. So maybe a yard or two there. So 3rd and 6 coming up for South O'Brien. And Wolverines, see what they pull out here. Haven't put the ball in the air yet, so maybe this is the first time that Coach Furman decides to toss it up. And nope, going to hand it off again. And a nice running room, and it's going to be pretty close. I think that is going to be a first down. So Coach Furman keeps it on the ground. South O'Brien's bread and butter play there, and South O'Brien does pick up a first down. So that is a big first down after getting an interception. Hate to kick it right back to an offense that was starting to heat up a little bit. So a 1st and 10 for South O'Brien. And going to hand it off again. And it's Paulson in that backfield. You can hear the pads popping from up here in the press box. But he's going to pick up about 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 for South O'Brien coming up here. Like I said, Gehlen Catholic come in ranked 10th in the state here into this ball game. South O'Brien not intimidated by that one bit so far here tonight. Looking pretty good so far this evening. South O'Brien with an unbalanced line to the left, and they're going to hand it off to the right side. Maybe try to get a few more of those players shifted, and Paulson is going to pick up a few to the right. It's going to be a 3rd and 4 coming up for South O'Brien. So another big 3rd down coming up for South O'Brien. Got to pick this up here, or this is definitely punting territory. You can't try a fake punt or anything from this side of the field. And looking to throw, and that ball was maybe tipped there at the line. So they did try to go to the air first time tonight and unsuccessful. Had a tight formation out of that throwing play. And incomplete, so South O'Brien will punt with senior Dane Mormon punting for the Wolverines. Excuse me, Dane Mormon back to punt for South O'Brien. And it looks like Keaton Bonderson to receive for the Jays. The speedy Bonderson, and it's blocked in the backfield, and it's just going to be down. So Gehlen Catholic gets pressure through and blocks the punt, and we're almost back where we were before the interception happened. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Gehlen Catholic. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Jays on the 26-yard line after the block punt. And the Jays back in business with Kraft under center. And he's going to hand it off on a counter play. And South O'Brien with nice pursuit there by the run from Cale Pearson. And Pearson took a shot there. He picked up about 2 yards. But he got hit pretty good there. So 2nd and 8 coming up. First time I believe I've seen that counter action from the Jays. Jays have Pearson in the backfield along with Jake Bogan. Kraft under center this time. Looking to throw. Fakes a couple handouts. Got a guy open. Hits him. It's completed. And the ball comes out at the end. And we'll see what the call is here. The official threw the bag out. And they're going to call him down. The officials met, thought about it, and called him down. So no turnover there. Ball came out as the defender hit the ground. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jays at the 11-yard line. So they can pick up another 1st down here. So Jays threatening to score here with just a little over 8 minutes to go here in this 2nd quarter. Split 2 wide out each side. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Try to get the South O'Brien defense split out. And they're going to pick up a couple yards, but not a big gain there on 1st down. Had 2 receivers out to the right and left that time. And Pearson keeps it up the middle. All right, 2nd and 8 coming up from the Jays at the 9-yard line. Play clock continues to tick here as we're down to about 10 seconds left on that play clock. Jays do get lined up now out of the shotgun from the 9-yard line. Kraft looking to throw. Got a guy open over there. Gets caught and hit immediately. They did give him some pretty good cushion over there to Bonderson. And I believe they're saying a third down. 3rd and 1 for the Jays at the 2-yard line. South O'Brien continues to give a pretty good cushion out there to the Jays defenders. We're under 7 minutes to go here, and a big 3rd down coming up for Gehlen Catholic. Kraft going to go under center. Looks like a QB sneak coming up. Yep, could tell by the way he was lined up there. And a touchdown. So Kraft gets the QB sneak touchdown. There's 6:41 to go. And I could tell the way he lined up on that one. That was a QB sneak coming up there. And it looks like the Jays are going to try for the extra point attempt here with Keaton Bonderson kicking.
Keith Logan on the extra point try for the Jays.
So here we go, extra point attempt. And the kick is good. And the Jays take the lead 7-6 here with 6:41 remaining. We'll be back in 1 minute here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the world. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
All right, we are back, and that block punt from the Jays results in a touchdown. And 7-6 our score here. South O'Brien trailing, but getting the ball back with 6:41 to go. Got a deep kickoff. It's going to be caught back there by South O'Brien Sawyer Holmkamp. And he cuts to the outside, got a little running room, but dragged down. So South O'Brien going to have the ball about the 26-yard line. A nice deep kick there from Keaton Bonderson of the Jays. So 1st and 10 for South O'Brien, and trailing by that 1 point as they missed the extra point on their touchdown score in that first quarter. So I'm sure Coach Furman wants to get back to that running game here and pound that rock down the field here before halftime. Freck under center, and they hand it off once again, and a nice run. And they're calling him down. I think the ball might have come out there at the end, but called him down. So Polson picks up about 5 yards. So 2nd and 5 coming up for South O'Brien. Good first down play there for the Wolverines. I believe Hartley Melvin Sanborn is leading West Hancock here 6-0 in the second quarter. And a nice run there again for South O'Brien. And Polson puts his head down, picks up a first down for South O'Brien. Polson running hard for the Wolverines. Ball at the 39-yard line. South O'Brien with all 3 timeouts left this half, along with the Jays, all 3 timeouts left. Freck under center. Going to hand it off again to Polson. Polson puts his head down, just keeps churning, and Polson getting hit, a couple yards into his runs, but he just keeps running hard, and he picks up about 8 yards there, dragging a couple of Jay defenders with him, and that'll bring a 2nd and 2 for South O'Brien. Be 2 more games after this week, and it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this district play shapes up. And that's a first down run for Polson. He kind of leaped a defender, and he is into Gehlen Catholic territory. So first and 10 for South O'Brien at the 46-yard line of Lamar's. Under 5 minutes to go here. So this is the perfect drive for the Wolverines. Going to hand it off again, and a big hole that time, and a flag comes through. Too big a hole, and I have a feeling this one's probably going to come back for a holding call. And it is a holding against South O'Brien. Polson had a big hole to get through there, and probably a reason for it with the holding call there. So that is a big penalty against South O'Brien. It's going to back him up to a first and 20. So first and 20. Keep in mind that South O'Brien did go on defense to start the game, so they will get the ball first to start the second half. If they could keep driving this ball, possibly score and get the ball to start that second half. But behind the chains here, keep it on the ground. Going to run it again to Paulson. And if you're going to throw this series, you're probably going to throw here because they would expect that on a third and long. Picks up about 4 yards, so second and long to go. Or if you're Coach Furman, maybe you're looking at it if I can pick up 5-6 yards here, 5-6 yards the next play. Maybe go for it on fourth down. Freck under center. Going to hand it off again to Paulson. And gets across the 50 again for South O'Brien. Still going to bring a third and long for South O'Brien. A third and 13, 14 yards to go or so for the Wolverines. So third and 13. And they are going to throw it out. And I don't know if that was a backwards pass or not. But even if Redeman catches that one, I don't think he picks up the first down there. Just tried a little swing play maybe to pick up a few yards and better field position. But fourth and long coming up, and Mormon's going to try to punt again. Last time that got blocked. And that was a big play. All right, here we go with the punt for South O'Brien. High snap, Mormon's got it. He's got the punt off this time. And takes the South O'Brien bounce, and they fielded it. Kind of a dangerous play up there for Bonderson, but Bonderson, a good athlete with good hands, and makes a good play. As that ball might have ran another 5-10 yards on the bounce, but Jays get the ball back with 3:11 to go here in the second quarter. Pretty fast-moving first half here so far. Jays with 3 timeouts remaining along with the Wolverines, and that going to place it about the 19-yard line. So first and 10. Kraft under center. Going to hand it off to Pearson in the backfield. Wolverines have done a great job against the run. It's the passing attack of the Jays that has hurt the South O'Brien defense a little bit more tonight, even though South O'Brien has had 2 interceptions here in this first half. So pick up about 2 yards, second and 8 coming up. 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. Thanks to the Plena Body Shop for being our scoreboard sponsor. Make sure to tell Adam thanks at the Plena Body Shop. Kraft under center, looking to roll out. He's looking to throw. Got a man open, and it was just a little bit behind him. That was Ryan Augustine, the tight end, coming across, and just about had it there. I thought he did. He was wide open. Looked like Kraft could have ran that ball, too, if he had wanted to, but he decided to pull the trigger with the wide open receiver and just a little bit behind him. So a break for the South O'Brien defense there, as the Jays have had some open receivers here on the offensive side of things. So 3rd and 8 coming up from the 20-yard line. Kraft looking for a draw play. And South O'Brien ready for it, and he's not going to get there. So 2:25 to go, and Coach Furman's going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him. We'll be back here in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions.
It feels good to be part of a team. The commitment, trust, and loyalty you share. One thing all teams have in common, a team logo. So when you want to show off your team spirit, ask 360 Custom Designs to join your team. Embroidery, decorated apparel, and promotional products to show pride for your favorite sports team and your company team. 360 Custom Designs in the former Darren's Clothing Company in downtown Cherokee and online at 360customdesigns.com.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion, great selection of gifts, and we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday, and let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
All right, here we go. The punt. Bonderson takes his time with that ball, and he punts it, and takes kind of a sideways bounce, and it rolls in favor of the Jays. Going to go out of bounds around the 37-yard line, so a 3 and out for the Jays. South O'Brien gets that ball back. So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. And 2 timeouts left after Coach Furman took that timeout there to stop the clock. So South O'Brien, a running team. And not a lot of time left in this half. So we'll see if they can get a chunk play or two here before the end of the half. Riedemann goes in motion. Going to hand it off in the backfield. Up to Paulson. It's going to pick up about 4 yards or so. So 2nd and 6 coming up for South O'Brien as we go under 2 minutes left here in this second quarter of the opening half. South O'Brien with 2 passing attempts on the night. Neither one of them have connected so far. Riedemann goes in motion again. And they are going to throw it. This time they do complete it to Riedemann. Makes a move and gets a 1st down. And South O'Brien gets a play through the air completed and picks up a 1st down past the 50-yard line. So 1:38 left to go. And South O'Brien moving the ball a little bit. The clock does stop with that 1st down. Once it's set, the clock does go again. And South O'Brien hurrying up just a little bit more. And looking to throw again, this time to Ullman, and he bobbles it, makes the catch, and is still going. Gets gang tackled by the Jays, but initially hit Ullman in the hands, and he bobbled it a little bit. So a 1st and 10 for South O'Brien, and 1:15 to go here. And the ball is down to the 33-yard line. For South O'Brien, you want to go quickly but not make a mistake here as Riedemann goes in motion again. Hand it off this time to the running back. And I believe that was Paulson once again. Picks up. South O'Brien takes a timeout here with 1:02 to go after the 3-yard pickup. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back here in a little bit here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
The pandemic has proven the need for great internet, and EverTech connects more rural customers in Northwest Iowa than anyone. EverTech wants to connect you too. Your internet keeps you connected to what matters to you: family, entertainment, work, school, and more. EverTech's no limits internet is just what you need. It's reliable, has unlimited use, no contracts, and no overage charges. Use your internet and always know what you'll pay. Call or visit evertech.net to learn more. EverTech, internet where you live.
All right, here we go. timeout by South O'Brien. They got one timeout remaining with 1:02 to go. Ball on that 30-yard line. And if you're the Wolverines, you want to get into the end zone here. Not a great kicking game, so looking to score that touchdown. Freck under center. Riedemann goes in motion. Looking to throw. Going deep down that sideline. And some contact over there, but no penalty flag. So Riedemann over there on that sideline. I think it was some incidental contact over there as they kind of tripped up their legs with each other. So a 3rd and 7. So if you're Coach Furman here, under 1 minute to go, 57 seconds, you want to be careful. If you keep putting that ball in the air, you get that ball back to the Jays, but it's one of those, you want to obviously get a first down, but more importantly, don't want to give the Jays another chance here before the end of the half. Going to throw it again to Ullman. Looking at him break a tackle. He's trying to get out of bounds. And he stays in bounds, so the clock's going to keep going. And South O'Brien going to take their 3rd and final timeout of this first half. It's going to bring 4th and 6 coming up. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back here for this next play.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Denise Steffen and sales associate Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
All right, here we go. Big play coming up here with 45 seconds remaining. Ball on the 29-yard line. And South O'Brien has some success with a couple of pass plays here. And if you're the Jays, you got to know a pass is probably coming up here. I don't know if you surprise them with the run maybe, but here we go. A big play here to end this, potentially end this drive for South O'Brien, or maybe keep it going here. So South O'Brien going to send Riedemann in motion once again. Looks like a man-to-man defense. Fakes the throw. Looking down the field to Ullman. And incomplete. But he was open down the field. I thought for a second there was a flag, but no flag. So South O'Brien got a defender open, but not able to connect. And if you're the Wolverines here, you just want to go into halftime just trailing here by 1. 40 seconds remaining, and the Gehlen Catholic Jays do have all 3 timeouts remaining. If you're the defense, you just can't let anybody behind you here before the end of this half. So Kraft under center. And he is rolling out. He's going to look down the field, taking his time back there. Has a lot of time. He's running, and then does throw it. And a nice catch on the sideline. Sliding grab for Keaton Bonderson. And that just took 9 seconds off the clock. And the Jays are going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick one with them here. We'll just do another 30-second timeout. Back in 30 seconds.
At Iowa State Bank, we know that our ag community is an important part of Northwest Iowa. That's why we work harder to keep business owners and farmers up and running. For over 75 years, Iowa State Bank has helped farmers upgrade equipment, expand local business operations, and sometimes offer a helping hand. As we look forward to the future, we'll continue to be by your side, available when you need us.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
All right, so a timeout there from the Jays, their first one of the half. 31 seconds remaining, and they got the ball at the 49-yard line there. South O'Brien kind of sat back in his zone defense there, and a nice job by Keaton Bonderson coming back and giving Kraft someone to throw to there as he had a deep route but came back to the ball. So this time Kraft going out of the shotgun. Going to send Bonderson in motion, and flag there as the had a illegal procedure there. So that's going to back up 5 yards, but doesn't make a huge difference here for Gehlen Catholic as they are able to get some pretty fast chunk plays here. It does back them up 5 yards. So 1st and 15. And officially that wasn't a play, so there still should be 31 seconds remaining on the clock, I believe. So 1st and 15 from the 44. Kraft has thrown a couple of interceptions here this first half. So if you're south of Bryan, wouldn't mind getting another interception here, maybe return one for a good return. But here we go, Kraft looking to throw, eat down the field, and just a little bit high for Bonderson, and just about another interception there. So 2nd and 15 coming up. That play only taking 5 seconds. Jays coming into this game 4-1. South of Bryan 3-2. Jays up the top of the district with Hartley Melvin Sanborn. South of Bryan in a tie for 2nd place with Hinton. Kraft under center, looking to throw here again. A little pressure this time, and they get home. So South of Bryan sends the linebacker on a blitz, and a big loss there. So Kraft goes backwards, and I think the Jays might just let this clock run out and let this head to halftime. All right, and that is going to be our halftime score here. South O'Brien 6, Jays 7. As of right now, the only difference in that first half is the Wolverines missing that extra point. So we'll take a break here. We'll come back. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Congratulations.
At Iowa State Bank, we know that our ag community is an important part of Northwest Iowa. That's why we work harder to keep business owners and farmers up and running. For over 75 years, Iowa State Bank has helped farmers upgrade equipment, expand local business operations, and sometimes offer a helping hand. As we look forward to the future, we'll continue to be by your side, available when you need us.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
All right, welcome back here. The Polina Body Shop halftime scoreboard here. South of Bryan trailing here 7-6 on homecoming night. Now, South of Bryan scored in that opening drive on a Eden Milan 4-yard touchdown run with 6:07 to go in that first quarter. Extra point was no good, and they led 6-0. In the second quarter, the Jays blocked a punt of the Wolverines. And after that blocked punt, they were able to score a touchdown on the short field on a QB sneak from Kraft. And that was a 3-yard QB sneak with 6:41 to go in the second quarter. Extra point was good from Bonderson, and the Jays took the lead. South of Bryan's played a good defensive half with a couple of interceptions of Kraft. Just that mistake there with the blocked punt, and that allowed the Jays to score on that short field. So we appreciate all of our Fuller Digital Solutions sponsors, especially J&K Insurance for being our pregame sponsor, and the Polina Body Shop, of course, all the other sponsors you're seeing in the game here with the commercials. Farm Bureau out of Primgar, Snooks Carpet and Furniture, the Community Agency, Savings Bank of Primgar and Hartley, South of Bryan Insurance, Iowa State Bank, the Broadway Marketplace, Evertech, Rhoda Dairy, Northwest Iowa Community College, Zion Lutheran Schools, William General Contracting, KCHE Radio out of Cherokee, 360 Custom Designs, and Screen Builders. Got the halftime show coming up here for you. We'll leave it here live so you can watch the marching band performing here at halftime. Thanks for joining us.
Drum majors Grant Wagner and Pete Farquhar. Is your band ready? South of Bryan Marching Band, you may take the field.
And that was your South O'Brien marching band here at halftime, as we have about a little over 3 minutes to go here to the start of the second half. Wanted to give you some updates from scores from the district that I was able to hone in on. Hartley-Belvin and Sanborn trailing West Hancock at halftime 12-6. And then the MMCRU Royals are at home taking on Alta Aurea, leading 9-6. That was the last time I had checked the scores there. If anybody has a score update on that Akron, Westfield, and Hinton game, please let me know. Be glad to update that there for tonight for the district standings. So South O'Brien will get the ball here in the second half to start the second half. They came out that first drive, had some gaping holes for Justin Paulson to run through, and took it down the field and scored on their opening drive. They were able to move the ball a few other times throughout the night, just weren't able to punch it in. Had a nice drive going, had that big holding call there in the second quarter. So the Jays have moved the ball too, and South O'Brien had a couple interceptions. The Jays have had a lot more success throwing the ball than running the ball here tonight, as they got some dangerous weapons on their team with Keaton Logan with a few receptions, Keaton Bonderson, Ryan Augustine at tight end, and the running back, Cale Pearson. So we will see what these coaches do here for second halftime adjustments. So, all right, the clock is going once again here. The team's getting about 3 minutes to warm up here for the second half coming up here on Forward Digital Solutions. We'll be back here in a little bit. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
Finding someone you trust. It's important when it comes to your farming operation. For generations, you know that you can work with Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park. From generation to generation, the state savings loan officers in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park continue to work with you. Find us online at savingsbankia.com.
Savings Bank of Primgar, serving the Primgar area for over 125 years. Our team is committed to great customer service, dependability, going the extra mile. Mobile banking, ATM service, convenient drive-through, online bill pay service. Some of the many reasons to bank with a friendly team at Savings Bank of Primgar, also with locations in Hartley and Lake Park. And visit us online at savingsbankia.com.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, 3-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders, you're gonna love the view.
All right, here we go. Getting ready for second half action here from Paulina. Should be a good one. A really physical, good battle here in that first half. Sawyer Holmkamp and Boston Riedemann back to receive for South O'Brien.
Logan will be teeing it up for the Jays.
Jays huddling over there on the sideline. We'll be ready to go. All right, here we go. Teeing it up for Gehlen Catholic is Keaton Logan. South O'Brien will be heading the direction that they scored their touchdown in that first half. So second half ready to go here at 8:04. That first half was pretty fast moving, just an hour and 4 minutes here as we start this second half. And Sawyer comes up, gets the kick, and he's got running right through the middle and get caught up just for a moment. He gets past him, and he's going to take it to the house, I believe. And he does. Sawyer Holmkopf with a kickoff return touchdown. 80 yards. And if you're South O'Brien, that is a huge play to start this second half. And Sawyer breaks a tackle there. He kind of got caught, but juked the guy out and had a nice block as he got closer down to the end zone. So 12-7, and I'm assuming here South O'Brien will go for 2. So just 13 seconds into the second half, Wolverines score. And definitely take that there. I believe that is their first kickoff return for a touchdown this season for the South O'Brien. So they're going to line up and go for 2. Going to hand it off to Polson. And Polson puts his head down, and he is in. So Justin Polson, 2-point conversion. And just like that, South O'Brien takes the lead here in this second half, 14-7. Could be a crazy second half. We'll be back here in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Big store selection with small town service. Yes, that's right. Whether you need bedroom furniture or are looking for decorations to make your home feel more like a home, check out Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. Snooks carries a large selection of chairs, recliners, sofas, dressers, and more, with the individual customer service to help you find what works best for you.
Please consider the original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids on your way anyway and online at snooks1.com.
So, South O'Brien getting the crowd excited here in the second half with the 80-yard touchdown kickoff return for Sawyer Holmkamp. And here comes the Jays now as they'll get their first offensive possession here in the second half. And Jays making some adjustments on the kick return, bringing up the back guys up to about the 20-yard line as South O'Brien usually does that squib kick. So David Boschen going to kick for South O'Brien. Back deep is Landon Ryder and Keaton Bonderson. And another squib kick. This time they will go to the back guy. That is Bonderson, the speedster. He gets to the edge. And nice job by Hudson Ullman. But a nice return for the Jays. Good field position for their second half possession here as they start their first drive of the second half, I should say. So they get just across the 45-yard line, about the 46. So here we go. 1st and 10 for Gehlen Catholic. So 1st and 10 for the Jays. Connor Kraft, quarterback, with Cale Pearson deep in, and they're going to drop back to pass, looking to throw behind the line of scrimmage to Bonderson. He's going backwards, and nice pursuit from the defense, and Bonderson's going to lose about 5 yards on that one. Bonderson is quick out there. So I can see the strategy there, getting the ball to him and trying to let him do his own thing, but the defense right there for South O'Brien. So he lost of 5 yards. We're just not even a minute into this second half, and like I mentioned, it's going to be a good one. Stick with us here. 14-7, South O'Brien leading. Kraft under center, looking to throw again. He drops back, has lots of time, looks over the middle, and it's dropped. And he took a hit there at the end. That was Keaton Logan, and he took a hit from Polson from South O'Brien. I think he looked up and saw Polson there and took his eyes off it just for a split second, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 15. If you're South O'Brien, just got to be careful here in these 3rd down and long situations. You don't want to have a penalty flag here and give an automatic 1st down. So 3rd and 15 for Gehlen Catholic, ball about the 41-yard line. And they're going to split out with Crafty only 1, 3 to his left, 2 to the right. He drops back to pass, gets some pressure. He's looking to take off, and he's going to be sacked. And South O'Brien gets the sack. That's going to be Keaton Sampson, the senior. So the Jays are going to back up a little bit further. And you got to think being backed up 4th and 20 here, going to have to punt this one away with Bonderson. Bonderson is quick back there. Had that fake punt for a 1st down in the first half. He kind of rolls out to his right and waits as long as he can before he punts it. So Boston Raymond deep for South O'Brien. The rest of the players up close to the line as Wolverines learned their lesson on that fake punt earlier. This time just a straight punt, line drive punt, and takes a bounce for the Jays. And that one gets down to inside the 20-yard line, down to the inside, about the 17-yard line or so, it looks like. So 1st and 10 for South O'Brien, their first offensive possession. They open the second half on a 80-yard touchdown return. Sawyer Homecamp having a night for South O'Brien. 2 interceptions and a 80-yard touchdown return on the opening kickoff of this second half. So South O'Brien out in their I formation. Brett going to hand it off to Polson in that backfield. Puts his head down. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. Going to bring up give him 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Wolverines, ball on the 22-yard line. South O'Brien having a good night running the football. Been pretty consistent. Haven't had much for negative plays, I don't believe, here tonight. So 2nd and 6. Going to pitch it out to Paulson. Got pursued. Nice block on that edge. Puts his head down. And it's going to be close to a 1st down. And it is a 1st down. So 1st down for South O'Brien. Had a defender he had to get around. He did make a cut to get around that defender. And puts his head down, picks up the 1st down. Polson running hard here tonight for South O'Brien. And going to hand it off again. This time, nowhere to go. No gain on that play. So one of the few plays here tonight that South O'Brien doesn't pick up anything on a running play. Jay's ready for that one. 2nd and 10 for the Wolverines from the 29-yard line. And we're coming up with 9:10 to go here in this second half of the 3rd quarter. And we've got a penalty flag. I think they said encroachment. I think I saw an encroachment penalty. Oh, no, it's against South O'Brien. Made the encroachment sign. So the penalty goes against the Wolverines. 2nd and 15 coming up for South O'Brien. Freck under center. Not sure what exactly that call was. They're going to pitch it out to Paulson. Nowhere to go. And a flag comes in also. So this could be backing up South O'Brien even further with the holding call over there. So one of those plays that just got blown up over there by Gehlen Catholic as South O'Brien lost yards on it anyways and then held on top of it. And they're going to decline that penalty. I kind of wondered if they would, so they will decline that penalty. Like I said, they lost a few yards, so it's going to be a 3rd and long anyways, about a 3rd and 18. And South O'Brien back in a hole here. Ball on the 23-yard line. So 8:50 to go here in the third quarter. South O'Brien, Freck coming under center. We'll see if Coach puts it in the air. Nope, he's just going to hand it off here and keep it on the ground and punt the ball away and see if the defense can keep playing some inspired football against the number 10 ranked Gehlen Catholic Jays. So 4th and 9. And South O'Brien get a punt here. Ball at the 30-yard line. Got to be careful with Keaton Bonderson back to receive for the Jays. Bonderson, a good athlete. And South O'Brien running a player on the field here quickly with 10 seconds to go. And getting down to 5 seconds left to go on the play clock. And they do snap it, and it's high. Mormon had to chase it down in a big play. South O'Brien had a late man coming on the field and kind of hurried it. Snap was high over Mormon's head. And the special teams play once again is going to come back to haunt South O'Brien as the Jays are going to have the ball way down at the 6-yard line. So South O'Brien defense going to have to put their feet in the ground here and try to come up with a big stop against this Gehlen Catholic offense. So 1st and goal from the 6-yard line with 7:57 to go for the Jays. And the dangerous passing game of Kraft and the Jays offense. Let's see what they decide to do here. They're going to roll out looking to pass. It's got room to run. And the ball came out, I think. The ball came out. We're looking for the signal over there. And no signal yet. And there is a touchdown. I thought the ball came out at the end. We're going to give that to Kraft. So Kraft keeps it. I think the ball did come out at the end. I'm not sure who covered it up, but 7:38 to go. The Jays score a touchdown on the short field. And extra point attempt coming up here for Keaton Logan. Here's a snap. Kick is up and looks right through the uprights. Extra point is good. And we're all tied up, 14-14. Like I mentioned, this is going to be a nail-biter. Got a great one brewed here from Polina back in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Community Agency knows the internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest internet speeds available. Contact TCA, connect to the speed you need, and enjoy the ride.
7:38 to go here in the third quarter, and both teams with a touchdown on the board are all knotted up. 14-14. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Fuller Digital Solutions. And thank you to all of our fine sponsors that we have here tonight. If you're interested in being a sponsor, we'd love to have you. Email us at fullerdigitalsolutions.com. And here we go. Kickoff. It's going to be fielded. Oh, it gets past Riedemann, and he'll let that go into the end zone for a touchback. A good play there as he came up to try to field that, and it got past him. So a touchback, and South O'Brien gets the ball back. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines from the 20. South O'Brien, big penalty last time, and then a 5-yard penalty encroachment, and then lost plays on that next yard next play on that pitch play to Paulson. So the Wolverines offense cannot go backwards on plays. They got to keep that going forward in order to be successful. Going to hand it off to Paulson. Puts his head down. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. Good first down play for the Wolverines. Kyle Jorgensen here for Fuller Digital Solutions, and Bryce Williams here helping out running the equipment for us tonight. If you're interested in working for Fuller Digital Solutions, you get paid to do the broadcast, and you get to be at the games for free. So there you go. Going to hand it off to Polson again. Not much room on that one. He is going to pick up a couple yards. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 2 or so. Polson running hard out there for South O'Brien. It's been mostly Polson here tonight. Has been a couple runs from Joe Sim, but for the most part, it's been Justin Polson. Polson came in a few weeks ago when Van Lift got injured, and not sure if they just have a better connection between the two of them, but here we go. Reederman goes in motion, going to pitch it outside to Polson. He gets to the edge, and he does pick up a first down. They went back to that pitch play. They lost yards on that last time and had a holding call. Goes back to it here, and they pick up a first down this time. So South O'Brien picks up a first down with 6:20 to go here in this third quarter. And they got the ball to the 37-yard line. 14-14 here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, South O'Brien. With Polson in the backfield, Eddie Milan, the fullback, and Freck brings a man in motion. Going to hand it off this time to the right side. And not much room there for South O'Brien on that one. Maybe a yard or two for running back Polson on that one. You can see the Jays as South O'Brien continues to run the ball, bring more men up close to that line. Got about 8 guys within just a few yards of the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 8 coming up for South O'Brien. Ball about the 39-yard line. Getting some cheers from the crowd, encouraging on their South O'Brien Wolverines as Freck is going to pitch it to the outside. And not much room to go that time. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. And the Jays really starting to come up and attack that run of South O'Brien. Ball on the 40-yard line. So when you press up to the line like that and stop the run, it can work pretty well. But one thing you got to watch out for, if you get through that first initial crack, you can have a pretty big gainer. So we'll see what Coach Furman does here with 3rd and 7. Freck going to hand it off again, and Paulson kind of got tackled by his jersey there. He had a Gehlen Catholic defender on him, and you could just see him tugging at his jersey, but that's going to bring up a 4th and 4, and South O'Brien going to try to punt one here again. Got to be careful as the Jays have scored twice tonight on South O'Brien punt attempts with the short field. 1 blocked and 1 bad snap. So Mormon back to punt. Bonderson back to receive. And Bonderson not back real deep. Low snap. Mormon gets a high kick off to the, it's going to go out of bounds over there. It's going to be a pretty short net punt. And they're going to put it at the 35-yard line. So 30-yard punt from where he was standing at when he kicked that away. So 3:58 here to go in this third quarter, 14-14. All right, here we go. 14-14, 3:58. Jays, their second possession. And Kraft going to hand it off. And, boy, his momentum was stopped quickly there. Cale Pearson had a full head of steam going, and Mormon said hello to him and put the stick on him there. Pretty quick stop there, and it's going to be a 2nd and 7 coming up. I thought the way he was running there, that was going to be a pretty good gainer, but A nice tackle there from Dane Mormon. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Kraft goes under center with the I formation, drop back to pass. He's looking deep, got a man open, and incomplete, no flags. There was some contact down the field. Hudson Ullman on the coverage. And that was Augustine, kind of a seam route right down the middle. And like I mentioned, maybe a little contact there, but no flag thrown for pass interference. So 2nd down play goes incomplete, and here comes a 3rd and 7 for the Jays. Going to come out in that shotgun formation with Kraft. Kraft takes the snap. Here's a penalty flag. And he's going to be sacked. We'll see what the penalty flag is here. I'm not sure if it was an offsides or maybe illegal formation, but we'll see what the call is here. And it looks like they're going to decline it. It was a legal formation on the Jays, so South O'Brien going to decline that, take the sack. And that is a big sack for South O'Brien. Keaton Sampson, Bryce tells me that's his 4th sack of the night. So a big loss for the Jays. Ball back to the 25-yard line. And Bonderson going to punt again to Boston Riedemann for South O'Brien. Bonderson ready for the snap. Good snap. Bonderson has it. Kicks another line driver. And Riedemann calls a fair catch. And he has it at the 40-yard line, as he had 2 Jay defenders closing in on him pretty quickly there. Probably a good idea for the fair catch, but good field position for South O'Brien, as both teams last couple of possessions not able to do much offensively. The Jays really pressing up on that line against the run, so we'll see if Coach Furman maybe tries to throw the ball here a time or two. So 1st and 10 for South O'Brien from the 40-yard line. Polson in the backfield. Freck's going to pitch it. Got an opening there, a nice run. And that's going to be a 1st down carry. Oh, and the ball came out. And the officials have not signaled anything yet. I thought Polson was down on the play. And they are going to give it to the Jays. So I thought, just from my vantage point, is right here in front of us, I thought Polson was on the ground, but they are going to call that a fumble. And we'll see what the Jays do here with their next possession here as South O'Brien turns the ball over. So a big fumble there. And good field position here for the Jays. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. A lot of teams take a deep shot after a turnover. We'll see what the Jays do here. Kraft is going to hand it off to Pearson. And one of the better runs of the night for Pearson. He's going to pick up about 6 yards. Gets across the 50-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Jays. South O'Brien's done a pretty good job against the run. It's the passing game that Jays have had a little more success on tonight. But a good run there on that 1st down carry for Pearson. Going to come out in that I formation again. This time Kraft's going to drop back to pass. Looking to throw down the field. And he catches it with the South O'Brien defenders around it. It's Keaton Logan. Had 2 defenders there for South O'Brien, but a 1st down completion to the just inside the 40-yard line. So the Jays get a 1st down after the turnover, and they are moving the ball down the field here against South O'Brien in I formation once again. Kraft going to hand it off to Pearson. He cuts, makes a nice move, and he's going to pick up a nice 1st down carry. He's going to pick up about 7 yards or so, 6 yards. We'll bring down a 2nd and 4. So the Jays starting to get a little ground game going. And once you get that ground game going, that makes the pass even a little more dangerous. 14-14 with 1:30 to go here in this third quarter. Jays moving the ball. Kraft under center. He's going to hand it off again to Pearson. And he's going to pick up a few yards again. It's going to be short of the first down. It's going to about a 3rd and 2. Got to get to just inside the 30-yard line for a first down. Coming up on a minute to play here in this third quarter. So 3rd and 2. Play clock 15 seconds to go. Kraft looks like he's going to come under center again with Pearson in the backfield. And going to drop back to throw. And Bonderson got behind Ullman, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Jays. A 32-yard TD pass to Bonderson. And the Jays are going to take the lead here with 39 seconds remaining. Ullman never got his head around, and Bonderson was kind of turned backwards, running backwards there, catches it, and trots into the end zone. So it's 22-14 with 39 seconds remaining. Jays are going to line up for the extra point try. Keaton Logan. He's 2 for 2 on the night for extra points. And kick is good. So with 39 seconds to go, it is 21-14. Gehlen leading back in 1 minute.
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal? To bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
All right, welcome back. Jays scoring a touchdown. Extra point good. Gehlen Catholic leading here 21-14 with 39 seconds remaining. And the kickoff from Logan. And it's going to be fielded by Honkamp. He's got another lane, and he's going to get across the 40-yard line. Sawyer Honkamp. Touchdown return earlier and a good return there. So 32 seconds here in this third quarter. And South O'Brien with good field position, but Wolverines just haven't been able to get a drive together against this stingy Gehlen Catholic defense here in this second half. So far have kept it on the ground here in this third quarter. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for South O'Brien. 32 seconds remaining. Freck under center. Going to hand it off again to Polson, and nowhere to go with it. Officials, I don't know if they saw the ball carrier, but I thought he got tackled behind the line there. And that could be the end of this third quarter here. See if South O'Brien maybe gets another playoff. Under 10 seconds to go here. 7 seconds. And they are going to get a playoff. They throw it out to Reed. He makes a cut, and he's going to get a first down. So nice play there before the end of the third quarter. Just a simple pitch and catch play. South O'Brien picks up a first down. So Wolverines will have a first down at the 48-yard line when we start the fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions.
I like living in the dorms at NCC because it's a short walk to class. We do get free perks on campus. We get free laundry, we get free cable, free internet, free utilities. I do feel like I'm getting college experience at NCC.
At NCC, we have EMT classes that cover many things: trauma emergency, medical emergencies, all the way to delivering a baby. There's just many more opportunities for EMS that allow you to grow not only as a person, but in your career as well.
It feels good to be part of a team. The commitment, trust, and loyalty you share. One thing all teams have in common: a team logo. So when you want to show off your team spirit, ask 360 Custom Designs to join your team. Embroidery, decorated apparel, and promotional products to show pride for your favorite sports team and your company team. 360 Custom Designs in the former Darren's Clothing Company in downtown Cherokee and online at 360customdesigns.com.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for South O'Brien. Start of the 4th quarter. Gehlen leading 21-14. Going to hand it off to Polson again up the middle. And it's going to be a short 3-yard gain or so. MMCRU Royals are leading Akron Westfield, or Altaria, 23-6. Royals leading Akron Westfield 23-6. We'll see if we can get a score update here on the Hartley Melvin Sanborn score. Second and 7 for South O'Brien, 41-yard line. Going to hand it off to Polson again. He's got some room. He's going loose down the sideline, and a big gainer there for South O'Brien. And a big play there. And that's going to take it all the way down to the 14-yard line for South O'Brien. So a big gainer got through there on that right side. 1st and 10, going to hand it off to Polson again, right up the middle. And a nice gain there on 1st down. Maybe down to the 10-yard line or so.
Stop by Gehlen of the Jays. Give the Wolverines a second and a short 5.
So 2nd and 5 for the Wolverines on the 10-yard line. And a whistle there from the back judge. They got a player coming off the field. Sampson coming off. Equipment issue, I believe. Looks like West Hancock has pulled away from Hartley Melvin Sanborn here in the second half. Looks like someone was saying it was 6-25. 10:38 to go. 2nd and 5 coming up for South O'Brien. Oh, a fumble from Freck, and he's going to come down for a loss there as Freck couldn't handle the snap, and that play hurt South O'Brien there as they go backwards, and they're going to lose a couple yards. 3rd and 7 coming up. They can't pick up a 1st down yet. A ball on the 11, so if they can get that ball down to the 4-yard line, pick up a 1st down. We'll see what they do here on this 3rd and 7 play. Going to hand it off to the running back. Gets across the 10-yard line. So they're kind of back to where they were before the snap fumble. And I got a J defender kind of getting up a little slow there. That's Gabe Wilkin. So a 4th down and 5 coming up for South O'Brien from the 9-yard line. Got to get down to the 4-yard line. Going to throw it to Riedemann. Spins out there, and I think he's going to have a 1st down. Yep, that's going to be a 1st and goal. Boston Riedemann has made several good moves along that sideline and beat some defenders on his own. It's just a simple pitch and catch play, but a big play for South O'Brien. So first and goal from the 4, just enough to get the first down. And it'll be interesting here if South O'Brien can punch this in, if they kick the extra point or go for 2. Oh, fumble on the ground. Try to hand it to Milan. I think South O'Brien has the ball. Yeah, South O'Brien keeps the ball, but the exchange between Polson and Milan just wasn't there, and I saw that ball drop. Got to be careful down here. 9 minutes to go, 9:10 to go, and lost a yard, so second and goal from the 5-yard line. So, I don't know, Polson pulling out maybe just a little early, but not getting a complete handle on the ball. This time going to hand it off to Polson. Nowhere to go. He's going to get a yard or two maybe. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. And if you're South O'Brien, you don't want to have any penalties here and back that offense up. So 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. 2 plays to get it into the end zone for the Wolverines. Wolverines come up to the ball. Polson keeps it himself. QB sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. Justice Freck, the quarterback, keeps it. 3-yard QB sneak with 8:26 to go. And we'll see what South O'Brien. Yep, they're going to go for 2. Trailing by 1, but kicking game has not been great this year, so they're going to go for 2. It's going to do a QB sneak again. And no good. Extra point is no good as they just tried to run that QB sneak back-to-back plays, but 8:26 to go. It is Gehlen Catholic 21, South O'Brien 20. Back in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion, great selection of gifts, and we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday, and let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
All right, here we go. 8:26 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lamar's Gehlen Catholic 21, South O'Brien 20. South O'Brien scores the touchdown on the QB sneak from Justice Freck. And they tried the QB sneak a second time in a row. And 2-point conversion was unsuccessful. Coach Furman pulling out the plays from the Iowa Hawkeye playbook with the back-to-back QB sneaks. And 8:26 to go here. South O'Brien kicking off to the Jays. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining here in this fourth quarter. So plenty of time to go and all timeouts left. This time a little bit deeper of a kick. Gets past Bonderson. And Bonderson's going to try to come across the field, and a nice tackle from Boston Riedemann. Nice tackle there for Riedemann. And that's going to pin the Jays back at the 15-yard line with 8:22 to go. So the Jays have scored 2 touchdowns on a short field. Did have a nice touchdown reception last time to Bonderson from Kraft. That was a 39-yard touchdown after the South O'Brien fumble. But we'll see what the South O'Brien defense can do here. 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Jays. Going to hand it off to Pearson. And he's going to go to the outside, and good pursuit there from South O'Brien defense. No gain there on first down. So 2nd and 10 coming up from the 16-yard line. Gehlen Catholic leading here 21-20 with 8 minutes to go. 21-20 as the Jays look to the sideline for their next play. They're going to come out in that I formation. Kraft under center. And he's going to roll out looking to pass. Got some pressure on him. And he just threw that one away as he felt that pressure coming from Sampson. Keaton Sampson been in that backfield quite a bit tonight for South O'Brien. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for Gehlen Catholic. That does stop the clock, too, with that incomplete pass thrown to the sideline. Nice play there from Kraft, feeling that pressure and just getting rid of it. So 3rd and 9. And if you're the Jays, you don't want to go 3 and out here and get that ball right back to the South O'Brien Wolverine offense. And setting up a play, looking down the field, got a man open. And that is caught. No flags on the play, so that'll be a 1st down. That's Ryan Augustine, the tight end. Augustine, the tight end, got open and picks up a big gain for Gehlen Catholic down to the 41-yard line. So a big conversion on 3rd down there. And the Jays, like I mentioned earlier, they can be pretty dangerous with that passing game. So even 3rd and long, definitely not out of it for Gehlen Catholic. So 1st and 10 for the Jays. 7:20 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. Kraft under center. Going to hand it off to Pearson. Pearson's got a running lane, and he gets through, and he picks up a big 15-yard carry there on 1st down. And that last drive, the Jays were starting to run the ball just a little bit better, and by far the best run of the night for Pearson. And all of a sudden, the Jays are moving the ball right down the field as they're down to the 41-yard line in South O'Brien territory. So if you're the Wolverine defense, here you got to stiffen back up on that defensive line and stop that run. 1st and 10, Kraft under center. Going to hand it off to Pearson again. Got some pursuit. He's got room on that outside. And he's going to pick up another big gainer on 1st down. And it's going to be close to a 1st down. Just short of a 1st down. So Pearson getting some big momentum going. 2nd and 1. Jays moving the ball down the field. They are leading by 1, 21-20, with coming up just about 6 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Kraft under center. And he's going to hand it off to Pearson again. This time, South O'Brien defense gets in the backfield, and that's Keaton Sampson again. And there's a loss on that play as Sampson got through. It's going to back him up to about a 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Jays from the 35-yard line. Have to get it to about the 31 to pick up a 1st down. So 5.5 to go here. Let's see if the Jays keep it on the ground or send Kraft back to the pass here. And they are going to throw it. Kraft fakes, got a guy open, and looks like it's going to be a 4th down and short. 4th and short, 4th and 1. Last time the Jays had a short yardage situation, they ran the QB sneak right up the middle, and South O'Brien ready for it, and I think that's what's coming again, and he does. And it's going to be close. I think they might have to come in to measure this one. This is going to be close. And, yep, they are going to call a timeout for a measurement. So chains will come in from that far sideline. And that is going to be awful close. If they have it, it's going to be by 6 inches or less is my guess. So it's coming in all the way from the sideline. And it looks like he's going to have it, I think. And they do have a first down by less than half a football there, but a big first down for the Jays. So the Jays pick up a big first down, didn't get it by much, and we are at 4:51 to go here in this fourth quarter. So the Jays keep that momentum going with this drive. 21-20, Gehlen Catholic leading, 4:51 to go. South O'Brien does have all 3 timeouts remaining, and so do the Jays. And the Wolverines going to need to put the clamps down here soon to get that ball back. Kraft under center. Going to hand it off to Pearson. And a nice job by the defense. Keaton Sampson in the backfield again, disrupting. No gain on that play. Actually a loss on that. So 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 coming up. Got to be careful if you're the Wolverines for that play action pass that has been really potent for the Jays here tonight. This next snap will be coming up here with under 4 minutes on the clock. If you're the Jays, you're in no hurry here. Keep that clock moving and keep picking up first downs. If you're South O'Brien, it's getting down to crunch time where you got to get a stop here. Kraft under center. He is going to pass. Got some pressure. Got hit as he threw, and that definitely made that pass incomplete as he had pressure on him. And I believe that was Jacob Van Lift with the pressure. So that does stop the clock with the incomplete pass at 3:53 remaining. And could be interesting here to see what happens on this third down play. If the Jays don't pick up a whole lot, will they punt the ball and try to pin South O'Brien deep? We'll see what happens here first before we get ahead of myself. 3rd and 11 coming up with 3:53 to go. Jays leading 21-20. And Kraft's going to drop back to pass. Looking deep down the field to Bonderson. Bonderson's got it for a touchdown. Another touchdown throw to Bonderson. 32-yard touchdown pass to Bonderson. And Bonderson quick on that outside edge. He just hard to keep up with 3:47 to go. But if the Jays kick the extra point, that will be an 8-point lead, and South O'Brien could potentially tie things up. Looks like, yep, they are going to kick the extra point. I thought for a second maybe they would go for it, but Logan going to go for the extra point. 3:47 to go. Logan only missed 1 extra point on the season, and extra point is good. So it is 28-20, Gehlen Catholic leading, 3:47 to go. South O'Brien going to have to score and get the 2-point conversion to keep this game alive.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Denise Steffen and sales associate Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
At Iowa State Bank, we know that our ag community is an important part of Northwest Iowa. That's why we work harder to keep business owners and farmers up and running. For over 75 years, Iowa State Bank has helped farmers upgrade equipment, expand local business operations, and sometimes offer a helping hand. As we look forward to the future, we'll continue to be by your side, available when you need us.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
All right, welcome back to Fuller Digital Solutions. The Jays scoring. They're going up 28-20 over the Wolverines with 3:47 to go. South O'Brien has had some success returning the ball on kickoffs tonight, and definitely would like another one here. They're going to kick it to home camp. Home camp makes a move in that backfield. Gets by a couple of defenders, still on his feet. And he got a lot further there than I thought he was going to get. Nice return by Sawyer Honkamp. And South O'Brien going to have a 1st and 10 with 3:38 to go and all 3 timeouts remaining. And the ball is going to be at the 37-yard line. So South O'Brien going to have to score and make a 2-point conversion to tie this game up to potentially send it to overtime here on homecoming night from South O'Brien. Freck under center, going to send Riedemann in motion. Going to pitch it back to Polson. Not a lot of running room there. It's going to pick up maybe 2 yards. Maybe 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 coming for South O'Brien. If you're the Wolverines here, you got to keep that momentum going with first downs and stopping the clock and try to make the best out of the time that you can. A low throw out there to Riedemann, incomplete. And this puts South O'Brien in a tough position here with a 3rd and long. 3rd and 7, South O'Brien ball on the 39-yard line. 3:07 to go. They've had success throwing that little out pass to Riedemann, but that time a low throw, and Riedemann just not able to haul it in. Riedemann out of the game. Going to pitch it this time to Polson. Polson tries to get around that edge, nowhere to go. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 or so for South O'Brien. So a big play here as Coach Furman sends in Riedemann with 2:40 to go. And South O'Brien going to have to come up with a good play here to keep their hopes alive of a homecoming victory here tonight. Do have all 3 timeouts remaining. Riedemann comes in motion. Pass is tipped in the air and almost intercepted. Tried a quick slant to Hudson Ullman, and it's going to be incomplete. And Lamar's Gehlen Catholic gets the ball back. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line with 2:24 remaining. Another score here does put this game out of reach. 2:24 to go, 3 timeouts. If you're South O'Brien, want to get a really quick stop here, use those timeouts and get the ball back, or maybe try to strip that ball out, get a turnover or something here from the Jays. So 1st and 10, Jays most likely going to keep it on the ground with Pearson. And Kraft hands it off to Pearson, and he does go right at the middle. And South O'Brien going to take a timeout. We'll take a one with them back here in 30 seconds on Fuller Digital Solutions. All right, here we go. Timeout there by South O'Brien after the 2-yard run for the Jays. And that was Cale Pearson. So that was South O'Brien's first timeout of the second half. And if you're the Wolverines, you have to stop them here. You can't let them get a first down or this game is over. They can pretty much kneel the ball after that point. So big series here for the South O'Brien defense that has played pretty well tonight, other than a couple of long touchdown passes to Bonderson. So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Jays. Going to hand it off again here to Pearson, trying to get to that outside. And he does make the outside. Goes out of bounds, so that will stop the clock, but he does pick up about 6 yards. And I think he's injured here on the sideline. He is, yeah, that is the running back, Pearson. He is definitely holding his back, sides of his hips there, and obviously able to get up on his own and walk, but you can tell he's not feeling real well right now. So he did pick up a nice gain there on second down. Did go out of bounds, so that does stop the clock. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Jays. And Pearson kind of trotting off the field now. But there is going to be a different running back in the background here this time for the Jays. And it looks like that is number 10, Cole McCarty. And they're just going to do a QB sneak. He's got a first down. And first down there is huge for the Jays. That will pretty much allow them to run this clock out here. South O'Brien just has 2 timeouts remaining. Coach Furman going to let it go here and probably take a timeout right after this play. So clock under 2 minutes. South O'Brien going to have to stop that clock quickly here after this. Just a QB sneak again. And there is a timeout from the South O'Brien coaching staff. We'll take a timeout here with them back here in 30 seconds on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk-producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
Finding someone you trust. It's important when it comes to your farming operation. For generations, you know that you can work with Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park. From generation to generation, the state savings loan officers in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park continue to work with you. Find us online at savingsbankia.com.
Here we go. Jays back up to the line. Kraft is going to keep it around the end. And stays inbounds. Gets tackled over there on that sideline. Grant Wagner. So a QB boot play. Picks up a few yards. Minute 32 remaining. South O'Brien takes their last time out. So the Jays pick up a first down. For sure this game is over. And if they can run 2 more plays here and take a lot of time off the clock. We'll take a timeout here back in a little bit here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, 3-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders, you're gonna love the view.
All right, last time out there from your South O'Brien Wolverines. Minute 32 remaining, and it is 3rd down and 6 for the Jays. So I'm sure Gehlen Catholic going to keep it on the ground here. South O'Brien has to stop him here. If they get that first down, they could just run that clock out. See what they do here. Kraft looking like he's going to do a QB sneak again, trying to draw him off sides. He rolls out. He's just going to keep it. He's going to pick up the first down, and this game is over. First down for the Jays, and that is the ball game. Jays can just kneel it from here, and the Gehlen Catholic Jays are going to pick up a huge district win here tonight against the South O'Brien Wolverines, who put up a tough battle here on homecoming night. So 1st and 10 for the Jays. Just have to do a couple kneels down here, and this game is over with. Great ball game here from Paulina. Jays are going to go into victory formation here as Kraft will just kneel it down. Takes a knee there. We'll have to take one more knee here, and that'll be the end of this contest here. Wolverines played a great game here tonight. Couple of big plays they gave up on the passing side of things to Bonderson that were key plays here in the second half. Bonderson had a 32-yard reception and a 39-yard and a 32-yard. So South O'Brien only score in the second half was that kickoff return from Sawyer Honkamp. Eddie Milan had a 4-yard touchdown run, and Kraft had a QB sneak for a touchdown also. Justice Freck had a QB sneak too in that fourth quarter for a touchdown. But final score here tonight is going to be Gehlen Catholic Jays winning this thing 28-20. So South O'Brien falls to 500 on the season, go to 3-3. Jays go to 5-1. South O'Brien takes on Akron Westfield next week. So for Kyle Jorgensen and Bryce Williams, thanks for joining us here tonight. And we'll cheer on the Wolverines and Gehlen Catholic Jays next week as they have different opponents. Thanks for joining us. Have a good rest of your night.